Hi, Christine Peachy here. I'm going to show you how to copy from one Google Sheet, aka Google file, to another Google Sheet file. It's done by the function Importrange. Okay, so this is what I will call my base page. This is the page from which everything will be sort of pushed out to the other pages. What I'm going to do with this, and I will not have sufficient time in this video for this course to be able to show you all these pieces, but I'll show you the most important piece, and that's how to talk from one sheet to another, or get information to update from one sheet to another without having to go in every single individual sheet. My plan for this is that I'm going to create for every hour this kind of situation where I have first name, last name, student email, parent email, and then this is the piece that's going to be the most important. So all this will be built and it'll be there all year. This is where I'll be adding or updating information. So I will download basically everything in here from PowerSchool, but I will download what their grades are. Currently, their semester grade is as of a certain day. You can see here I kind of played around with doing it this day in September and then this day in September. So I can just quickly download these grades per hour very quickly. It doesn't take but a few minutes in PowerSchool, and then I can cut and paste them here. So I have one for every hour, approximately. And then what that's going to do is that's going to go to individual sheets. Now, the individual sheet part will take me time, but then once I'm set up all year long, I can push out and have them reflect on their grades. So here's sort of where I've gone with this. I've been working on this for about 6 or 8 hours over the last week or so, maybe 10 hours I've put in on this. This page here comes from that base page. So therefore, if I would change anything, here's the base page. If I change anything on here, let's say that I had different hours I needed to start working on because something comes up and I need to change my after school hours or whatever. If I changed it here, it would change it here for every single one of my student pages. Now keep in mind that these student pages are going to be, I'm going to share a link with the student and their parents. So only the student and the parent can access their own individual sheets. No one else will be able to unless they share that link. All right, so here's what they will do for the reflection piece. So this has been brought over from that base page. The first 2 rows of B1 and B2. So all of this has been brought over, and then this stuff is a different piece that I have built out. I've learned over the summer how to do this just by playing around with Google Sheets, needing it for something else, not school related. Anyway, so this is the piece where my kids will go in, and my plan is to have an email sent out, and they will update, reflect their grades maybe twice a month or once a week. I'm not sure how often I'm going to do it yet, but let me show you how to do that. So what you will need to do is build your own spreadsheet. So you want to start. So I think I showed you this, but let me go back and just remind you, this is the individual sheet. So this is what I would do for each kid. Now I'm not going to start this way I'm about to show you each time, because I will take this sheet and make a copy over and over again, and then just change the pieces that I need to import by changing where this sheet is looking at in the other sheet. Okay, so for instance, right now this sheet is looking and grabbing the information from this sheet, which is the URL, looking at ASChem second hour and specifically coming over anything from rows F1 to Z1. So anything in F1 to Z1, it's bringing here and going to push it into those places. Here's how to do that. So I'm going to make a page. So I'm going to just title this Import Range Test, just so we have something. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, if I was doing this from scratch, is I want to pull over from my base page the success reminders as the first thing the students will see when they open up their sheet. So to do that, and this is sort of the whole purpose of what I'm presenting, they will do the following. Let me show you the pieces that they will need in a much bigger way. So this piece right here is what I'm going to put in, or something like it, and here are the steps. Please pause now and either take a picture with this or capture this in some way so you have the steps for yourself to follow. It's a lot easier than trying to read it on the screen, in my opinion. Okay, so we're back to that test page that I said, and you have hopefully have that piece of what you're going to do for the function or the formula. So we're going to put equals in the first cell or wherever we want to start bringing over information, you're going to hit equals. Remember, equals tells Excel or Google Sheets that you're about to tell it to do a command, something you wanted to do. Import range. So equals import range, open parentheses, quotation marks. Now you're going to go copy the URL of your base sheet. That's going to tell it where to look first. So it's kind of like thinking about giving an address or addressing an envelope. You know, you're going to start with exactly, give it each piece of where it needs to get to the information to get to you. So I'm going to go here, and I like to just go to my first tab. I don't know if that matters, but I always do that. And I'm going to come up here, which you can't see, so let me raise my screen. So there's my URL. You're going to grab that. So you're going to copy that whole thing. Sorry, having a little trouble getting the mouse to cooperate here. There we go. And you're going to put that right after your quotation. Pardon me. So it's going to equals import range, parentheses, quotation marks, paste your URL, close your parentheses, comma. So now you've told it to look at a particular file. That's what the URL will do. Then you're going to tell it what to look at in that particular file. So then we're going to do comma, another set of quotation marks. Then you're going to figure out exactly which tab. Now it has to be copied exactly. So if there's a space and you don't include the space, or if there's two spaces, you only include one, it's not going to work. So I like to go back to my base, double click on the tab, and Control C or copy the exact way that that is written. Put that there. Then you're going to put an exclamation point. Then you're going to tell it exactly where to look. I want it to copy from cell A1 to, in this case, cell A, I'm just going to say 50. Maybe that means it's going to copy from A1 all the way to A50. Pardon me, I need to also remember to do my in quotation marks, in parentheses, hit return. It's going to say loading, and it's going to say allow access. Each time you do this, you need to connect these sheets, and you're going to say, yes, allow access. So you'll hit that, and then it dumps there. And then from there, you can format whatever you want to format. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.